Well, good evening everyone and welcome to the channel. Just a moment while I just turn that down. Hope you're all well, hope you've had a good day. But now it's time to concentrate on Friday night football. And what a good game we've got as well. Don't often get many games on a Friday night from the Premier League, but we have got a good one tonight. Bournemouth against Manchester United. Looking forward to this one as a neutral. I think there could be a lot of goals in this again. Looking forward to see Man United's progression under Michael Carrick. It's been good so far. They're back in third position, looking to hold on to a Champions League spot. Just take a look at the two teams, and then we can just take a look at the positions and see how this game was going to affect them. But let's take a look at the two announced teams so far. So we'll start with Bournemouth. Ariola has gone for a 4-2-3-1 formation, so it's Petrovic in goal. A back four of Jimenez at right back. Hill and Sensi will be the two centre halves, and Truffert will play at left back. Scott Christie will be the two holding midfielders, and the four further forward will be Ryan on the right side. Tavernier will play through the centre, and Adley will play on the left side. Evan Nielsen will be the furthest man forward. Michael Carrick has gone for the same formation, the 4-2-3-1. He's got a more settled side with Lamons in goal. I've been impressed with Lamons since he joined Manchester United. He's a good shot stopper. He's calm under pressure. He dominates his box well, and I've been impressed with him. I like him. So right back it'll be Dalot. Yoro and Maguire will be the two centre halves, and Shaw will play at left back. Casemiro and Menu will anchor the midfield. Diallo, or Ahmad, whatever you like to call him, will play on the right side. Bruno Fernandes will play through the middle, but we know he gets all over the park, both sides and in the middle, so we could expect him to move around a lot. Cunha will come in off the left side, and Umbuemo will be the target man up front. So that's the two sides, and if anyone's just worrying about where Seshko is, again, he's on the bench, but I'm sure we'll see him sooner rather than later if Manchester United need goals later on. Evening, Jim. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us. Hope you've had a good day and you're looking forward to seeing your team tonight. Just looking at the two lineups there. Settled side Manchester United have got there, and they're playing well. They're full of confidence. Michael Carrick's really got them performing well. Would you give him the job now, or would you wait till the end of the season? I think the minimum that Michael Carrick's got to go for now is a Champions League spot, and if he gets that, I think he deserves the job. I mean, who else would he give it to? So there's a lot at stake at the moment, and if we look at the two league positions, and I'll just bring that one up. Manchester United in third position, a long way behind Man City. They're a good 7 points behind Man City, but Aston Villa are breathing down the neck, only 3 points behind them, so they can consolidate their position in third there. Going down to Bournemouth, they're on 41 points. I mean, mid-table, they're in no trouble with the relegation problems, and I think with 8 games to go, that a European spot is out of their reach. So I won't say that they're already on holiday on the beach, but 41, 44 points would take them up to 8th above Everton until games tomorrow. I still don't think they're going to qualify for a European spot, but they can press up there, can't they? And you never know. If things went their way, you never know. But somehow I doubt it. Wait until the end of the season. Yeah, you know what? If I'd been asked the same question, Jim, I'd have said the same thing. Wait till the end of the season. There's always that new manager bounce, and I think that Michael Carrick's probably gone past that already and carried on his good run. but I would wait till see to the end of the season and then judge it from there. I mean, if you finish in third position and you go on a good run where you only maybe lose to Leeds in your next match, joking aside, and go on a good run where you only lose one of the last 8 games, he's probably deserved it. I think he's a good manager, but it's like any manager. Eventually, they outrun their term at any club, and we shall see. He's only a young guy, and he knows the Man United system and setup, so it could be a real good appointment. But I know that it's not enough for some Man United fans, and they want someone bigger names. But you've had some big names at Manchester United, and it's not worked for them, so why not give him the job? Yeah, I've got to agree that Bournemouth are a good team. It's going to be a big test for Manchester United today. I do expect them to come through it. Personally, myself, a score prediction, I'm going for a 2-1 win for Manchester United. It's going to be a tough game for them, though, and I expect them just to have too much for Bournemouth. Live chat is open, guys, for anybody who wants to get the score predictions in or anything they've got to say about the 2 teams that have been picked today. If you've got any thoughts on the 2 teams, let us know what you think, or just a goal prediction, score prediction. We're not far off kick-off. We're only about 6 or 7 minutes away. Yeah, you never know. Leeds are playing well. We're a difficult team to beat, and if we can get Calvert-Lewin scoring again, you just never know. You really never know. A good win on Saturday night will go a long way to securing our future in the Premier League, and then after that we could maybe relax. We've got an FA Cup date coming up soon with West Ham, and then we've got your guys to play, and if we win those 3 games, we are just about safe in the Premier League, and then we're into a semi-final of the FA Cup, and who would have thought that? But that's a long way to go yet. I'm hoping rather than expecting. Thanks to everyone who's joined the channel so far, supporting us. It's really great to see you all here. Really do appreciate your support. If you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. We are mainly a Leeds United channel, but we do other games as well, like we are doing today. Any games that are interesting, that would be a good game to watch, we watch it as a neutral. So if you want to join us for all Leeds games and plenty of others, you're more than welcome. Become a subscriber and hit that like button. And get involved in the chat, like Jim has. Just bring that back up there. You think you've been falling over when you have a 2-game week? Do you think that the European stuff has spoilt Manchester United and their run over the last few seasons? Do you think that's what's done it? They haven't had the quality, but they haven't had the squad depth to be able to cope with European games midweek. Should be seeing the teams in the tunnel soon. There's a bit of a light show going on down there at Bournemouth, as there always is at most games now. Plenty of people on the pitch, but not the teams yet, but they won't be far off coming out. We haven't got a view of the tunnel. It's going to be a big test for him, Jim, if you get Champions League spots, isn't it? He's pretty inexperienced when it comes to that, although he's played a lot of games. That may count for something, but management is a different kettle of fish, and you could be right with that. And maybe he just needs a bit more experience next to him. Give him the job and give him a second in command with a bit more experience. Maybe that's what the secret could be for Manchester United next year. But the teams are coming out now onto the pitch. Fireworks going off, plenty of smoke all over the place. Just looking at the two teams, they've got their training kits on at the moment. There's a couple of the mascots that are looking decidedly chilly at the handshakes between the two teams now. Just looking at the two sides on the pitch there. So let's just go through the two teams before we get the game underway. Starting with Bournemouth, so it's Petrovic in goal, and it's Jimenez, Hill, Sensi, Truffert, Scott, Christie, Ryan, Tavernier, Adley, and Evan Nielsen. And for Man United, it's Lamans, Dalot, Yoro, Maguire, Shaw, Casemiro, Menu, Ahmad, Fernandez, Cunha, and Mbuemo. Three 1 to Manchester United, says Jim. Yeah, I've gone for 2-1. I think it might be a bit tighter than that, but I just hope it's a good game. As a neutral, I hope it's a really good game, a good attacking game, end-to-end stuff. And if we get 4 goals out of it, even better. Nice to see a couple of the Man United players back in the England squad, Maguire and Menu. Nice to see Menu back in. He's had a rough time under the previous manager, and now he's back in the side, playing well and back in the England squad. Bournemouth playing in the usual red and black and white vertical striped shirts, black shorts and black socks. Man United, I can't see them. I think they're when the camera pans round, I might be able to see. They're in the huddle at the moment. They're all in white tonight, Manchester United. Bit of black trim around, but predominantly white. Before anybody says anything about my scoreboard, let me just point out that I know that Bournemouth has an E in it, but it wouldn't fit on my scoreboard. The B went missing because I put the E in, so you'll have to understand that I wanted it fitting in as best as possible. So Man United are going to kick off this game, kicking from left to right in the first half. Just waiting for the referee to get in position, do his count. It's Bruno Fernandes who's going to put it all the way back to Lamans, I would imagine. It's the way of the Premier League. Now, I don't know what the significance of doing that is anymore, but away we go. And it does go all back to Lamans, and he drives it long. Headed away. Picked up by Shaw. Casemiro gets it in midfield. Twisting and turning, lays it back to Maguire, just inside his own half, and he's going to turn back all the way to Lamans. He plays it to Ahmad, then Yoro into midfield, but it's picked up by the number 8, Scott, lays it forward, but Casemiro's got his foot in there, gives it to Mbuemo, leads it out to the left-hand side. Shaw was almost left short. Maguire on the left-hand edge of his area, running forward, being chased. Back to Shaw. It's cleared by Casemiro, but the ball's headed straight back into danger area with Evan Nielsen. He puts his cross in. It's blocked by Yoro and out for the first corner. Yeah, I've got to agree. Shaw's had a good injury-free run, hasn't he? He should have been back in the English side. I've always liked him. He's never let England down when he's been in the left back. And left back for us has been one of the positions that were not filled with that many players. So he should have been in the squad at least. Anyway, we've got a corner for Bournemouth coming from the right-hand side, left-hand footed in-swinger. In it comes, near post one. Foot in there. Comes out to Ahmad. He lays it back to Bruno Fernandes. Comes inside. Dalot gives it to Casemiro. Back to Fernandes. Back to Dalot in the midfield. On the halfway line, someone gets his foot in there. Comes across to Christie. Christie lays it back to the number 3. 23 Hill. Lays out to the right-hand side. Ball through to Evan Nielsen, but he was a couple of yards offside, and when he received the ball, the flag goes up. Maguire stood over this, but then he walks away, and it looks like they're going to leave it for Lamans. Right-footed, hits it long, high into the air. So Bruno Fernandes got a bang in the back of the head after flicking that header on. But he's back on his feet, holding the back of his head, but that ball's high in the air. Evan Nielsen went up for it, and then when he turned round, he missed it, but the ball was back at his feet. But Bournemouth being forced back. Plays into the middle to Scott. He can turn and move across to the left-hand side, just outside his own area. Ball's drilled long down the line. It was Adley who could only just keep it in, but when he did, ball was taken off him. Ahmad now gets it to Mbuemo on this right-hand side. Comes inside, gives it to Casemiro. Menu now. Back to Dalot. Maguire coming forward over the halfway line. Tries to get a foot in. There's Ryan, but it comes to Fernandes. Cunha's crossed across to the back post. Dalot's going to pick it up, cross it back. Ahmad cuts inside on his right foot. He has a shot, and it's a good save. Palmed out by the goalkeeper Petrovic, and luckily for Bournemouth, it didn't fall at the foot of a Man United player to just tap it in. But now there's a break on for Bournemouth down the right-hand side into the box. Oh, Ryan puts it across the goal line, and Evan Nielsen was at the back post and just couldn't catch up with it to side foot it in. We'll see Ahmad's shot first. It was a good save by Petrovic. And luckily it didn't fall to a Manchester United player to slot it in, but then they were hit on the break of Man United. It was only Maguire back. Went across to Ryan on the left-hand side. And Evan Nielsen was at the back post, and in the end it was well in front of him. He couldn't catch up with that. Now whether it was a shot for the back post or not, I don't know. Ball's back with Petrovic now. He gives it over to the left-hand side. It's Truffert. Plays the ball down the line. But Dalot's in there. Plays it into Casemiro. Casemiro's pass is wayward, and it's picked up by Truffert. Into the midfield. Tavernier out to the right-hand side. It's the number 37, Ryan. He goes back. Comes across to Senesi. Adley plays it down the line. Tavernier gets it, gives it back to Adley, and he goes back to Truffert. He plays it even further back to Senesi. It's a first time ball looking down the inside left channel, but it's a poor one by Truffert. It's nowhere near a Bournemouth player, and it runs out for a goal kick. Nearly a goal at both ends, Jim. Yeah, you're right. Be good if it carries on like this, certainly for a neutral, but might have you biting your nails a bit. Goal kick's taken short. Maguire has it down the line by Shaw. Cunha battling for it, gets it back to Shaw. On the edge of his area is Maguire to 10 towards the touchline and left footed down the line. But it's going to be picked up by Bournemouth and they can come forward again. Truffert is out to the left hand side and gets the ball. Dallow's in there before the ball can come to the left winger. Ball goes through the middle. Evan Nielsen can't get there. The ball comes through to Maguire. Just inside his own half, very centrally. Euro has to go all the way back to Lamans under pressure from Evan Nielsen. Lamans left-footed, plays one down the middle. And Bournemouth tries to bring it down on his chest, but he loses control of it. It's picked up by Adley. And Bournemouth gets his foot in there, helped by Casemiro. Ahmad lays it off to Bournemouth, and Man United can come down this right-hand side. He waits for support from Casemiro, and Casemiro gives it back inside to Menu. Menu goes across the pitch to Maguire. Maguire plays the ball inside to Casemiro. He squares it to Menu. Menu gives it over to the left-hand side to Fernandes, and now there's Cunha there. He can take on Ryan, but his attempted cross is a bit wayward. It's over the bar and out for a goal kick. Yeah, I've got to agree with you, Jim. I've been impressed with Lamans since he came into the team. I do rate him, and he's only going to get better. He's only a young kid, isn't he? He dominates his area, and I like to see that from a keeper. And he's a good shot stopper as well. It's Bruno Fernandes, I think that is, who's penalised there for a foul. Don't think Michael Carrick was that impressed with it, but Bournemouth come away, moving across to the left, the ball down the inside left channel. It's played inside. Tavernier gets a nudge in the back from Casemiro, but the referee says no. Ahmad gets it, goes out to Mbeumo. Mbeumo left-footed, looks for a ball through, but it's Petrovic just outside his area, volleys it away, but Bruno Fernandes picks it up. He plays Cunha. Cunha waits for Shaw to overlap, and now he gets the ball close to the goal line, has to come back inside. Meno comes through and he's tried to give it to Meno. It was a poor pass, and Raya picked it off. And then Maguire gets in as the ball's played down the touchline and concedes the throw. Jimenez takes the throw. It goes back to Petrovic. He spreads it left. Senesi plays at a ball through the middle. Evan Nielsen doesn't get there though. Ahmad picks it up. Cunha to Fernandes. Cunha again on the edge of the box. On his left foot, he's got a shot of a shot. And it's a good shot as well. And Petrovic had to dive to his right to keep it out of his near post. And it's a corner. It's a difficult angle for Cunha there, but he got it on target. And that's all you can ask of your players. He was committed to the shot, and that's good to see. Corner to Manchester United from the left-hand side. Fernandes is going to take a right-footed in-swinger. And it comes now, it's a low one. It's cleared away. I don't know if that was off the training pitch, but it didn't work. But Mbuemo's going to pick the ball up. Lamons drives the ball long. Mainoo's not going to wing that one. It's picked up by Bournemouth in the middle. They're going to come forward into the centre circle. Ball into through the middle. Tavernier. He's got support, but he's lost the ball. And Mbuemo gets it fed out to him on the right hand side under a lot of pressure from Truffert. Truffert has fouled Mbuemo. Free kick given. Taken quickly. Mainoo has the ball. Maguire spreads out to the right. Yoro. His clearance is blocked. He goes out for a throw to Manchester United, but they're still deep in their own half on this near side now. Yeah, you could be right there, Jim. Yeah, you can't afford to do that in the World Cup, can you? You give the ball away cheaply and they'll hit you on the break, all these good teams. Dallow's going to take this throw. Gets the ball back. Lays it into Mainoo. Back to Dallow. Dallow tries to clear it. It's a low one that gets to Mbuemo. He gets it down the line to Mainoo. Mainoo's brought down by Senesi and the foul is given. Dallow plays it back to Yoro, and Yoro's going to go all the way back to Lamons. To Maguire. Then to Shaw. And I've got to say that free kick was fairly pointless because now they've ended up on the far left-hand side, deep in their own half with a throw, where Bournemouth couldn't put the pressure on them, where they could have got the ball forward from the free kick. I just didn't see the necessity of that. Shaw gives it to Mainoo, gets it back, gives it back to Mainoo. It's all a bit tight, and Bournemouth have won the ball on the edge of the box, then they've given it straight away again. Comes to Dallow, he lets it run for Fernandez, he gets it out to Ahmad on the right hand side now. Comes in on his left foot on the edge of the box now. He's got two round him, so he's having to go back. Fernandez in support. Goes back to Ahmad. Mainoo. Dallow. All the way back to Yoro. He goes across pitch to Maguire. Nice turn by Cunha. He's got Jimenez with him, but he's going round Jimenez. He's beating him for pace. He's close to the goal line now. His shot or cross hit the back of Mbuemo and then was cleared away, but only as far as Maguire, and Manchester United can come again. Maguire coming forward. Then he decides to go all the way back to Shaw on the halfway line where he started from, inside to Mainoo. Casemiro into Fernandez. Comes out again to Fernandez from Mbuemo. Petrovic diving to his left, spilled the shot. Wasn't the greatest of shots, but he spilled it, and Mbuemo was followed in. Petrovic got to his feet and picked the ball up before Mbuemo could get there. Yoro's in there. It's penalised just short of the halfway line in the Bournemouth half. The ball's hit high into the air from the right hand side by Jimenez. Evan Nielsen's in there. Shaw's close to him. Puts the ball out for a throw. Well, if Bournemouth have got anybody who's good on the long throw, this is the perfect position for it. And it looks like they have because everybody's backing off into the penalty area. And it's Hill who's going across there, so he must be the long throw specialist. Gives the ball a dry. And it comes now. Long throw. Headed away by Maguire. And then Cunha spreads it across the right side. It's a good ball that Ahmad's picked up. He's got a chance to run at his full-back. And Dallo has overlapped for him. There's a ball into the box. It's a good one as well. And Fernandez was in there. Tavernier tracked him back and blocked Fernandez's shot out for a corner. Good counter-attacking by Man United there. Fernandez is going to come to the right-hand side to take an away swinger this time. Maguire comes up. Yoro's up there as well. Hand in the air. And it comes. Deep on this time, headed away. Evan Nielsen picked up by Mbeumo. He gives it to Shaw, gets it back from Shaw. And Mbeumo will spread it to the right-hand side where Fernandez is waiting for him. He pulls a little ball inside, but it's a poor one. Meno got away with a foul there, has allowed the advantage, but in the end, Bournemouth gave the ball away. And on the halfway line, it's Luke Shaw. Plays it back to Maguire. Maguire plays it back to Yoro. Yoro facing his own goal. He's going to go back to Lamans. Evan Nielsen's going to put a little bit of pressure on Lamans, but not so much, and there's a comfortable clearance. Ball comes to Meno. He gets out to the left-hand side. I don't know what Cunha was doing there. He sort of like dummied the ball himself, and the ball went out for a throw. So Senesi now gives it to Truffert on this near side. Back to Senesi. Over to the right. Drilled long. Shaw wins the header. It's hit back to Lamans with a bit of pace. He controls it and then lays it back out to Maguire. Left-footed down the line. Picked off by Hill. Back inside. Scott lays it down the line. Tavernier's cross is cleared by Yoro high into the air. Second ball is won again. Pushing the back by Evan Nielsen on Maguire. And it's a free kick to Manchester United in the box. It looks like we might be back after such a poor connection. It really makes me fed up, but sorry about that, guys. We haven't missed anything. It's still 0-0 after 26 minutes. It's not my internet, it's the streaming service that I use to do these streams just cut out. It usually does it occasionally, and then after that it's all right for the rest of the day, so let's hope so. But we haven't missed anything, that's the main thing. Balls with Dallon outside the box, long way out, and he hits one, and well, that would have been a good conversion in a rugby game, but that's all you can say about it. Yeah, sorry about that, Jim. It's the streaming service. I don't know what's wrong with it. It just occasionally it does that, and then it takes, if it doesn't connect immediately, it waits for another 30 seconds and another 30 seconds, and before you know it, it's 4 minutes in between connections. But anyway, there's a yellow card for Casemiro there for a foul. And dragged back by the looks of things on the halfway line. Unnecessary, really. Free kick's going to be taken by Scott on the right-hand side, just over the halfway line. Man United holding a high line here. Cross comes in now. It's deep, headed away by Dallo. Picked up by Christie, laid back to Hill. Straight back in again. Maguire heads it away. Buemo gets in there, but it's picked up on the edge of the box again by Bournemouth. Recycled back to Hill on the halfway line. He comes back to the left to Christie. Christie's got a bit of space to move forward, lays it into the left to Truffert. Truffert lays it back to the number 21, Adley. Back to Scott again. Scott plays it across to Hill over on the right side. Back to Hill, back to Scott. Halfway line again. Looking for a way through, but there's nothing at the moment. Comes into Christie. Christie being forced back. And Buemo putting pressure on. They found a little gap in midfield now. They come away down the right-hand side. Couple of deflections, and there's a handball there, I think. As Ryan was coming through the inside right channel, referee blew his whistle. Let's see that again on the replay. Oh, that's unfortunate, that. Not quite sure about that one, but it's given. Lamon's just taking his time with this one. 15 minutes to go to half-time. He drives his clearance long and high into the air. Headed forward by Casemiro. Ahmad picks the ball up now, waiting for support. Driven forward again by Casemiro. Almost came through to Fernandez. He was moving to his left and the ball had a bit of curl on it and just took it out of his reach. Jimenez now spreads it long and left and well inaccurate, and out for a throw on the halfway line on the near side to United. Dallo's going to take it. Ball's played inside by Fernandez, but it's picked up by Bournemouth. Recycled all the way back to Petrovic. Petrovic under pressure now. Man United putting the press on. Truffert has it now. Goes down the line. Played quickly inside by Hill. Christie now puts a long cross in it, and it is a long cross. It was nowhere near any Bournemouth player. And it goes out for a goal kick. Not much quality in that one. Ball's on the left-hand side again. Spread it out to the right-hand side. Ryan plays it inside. Tavernier is under pressure, has to go back to the halfway line. Comes across to the left to Senesi. He moves back to the right. Hill plays the ball down the middle. Yoro clears it. Mino picks it up, gives it to Maguire. Maguire gives it to Shaw. Shaw turns and tries to go down the line. Fernandez couldn't do anything with that, and Ryan has it again now. Goes back to Hill. Tavernier. Back to Hill again. Hill gives it left to Senesi. Senesi gives it to Adley. Then back to Truffert. Ball chipped down the inside left channel. Maguire gets himself across and heads the ball out for a throw close to the corner flag on the near side. That's going to be in prime long throw territory again. And as we thought, Hill is coming across to do that. Referee just having a quick word with him for some reason, don't know why. And it comes now. It is a long one as well. Headed away by Maguire, helped on by Cunha, then Mbuemo. It's picked up by Jimenez though. He gives it to Truffert. Ahmad beats him to it and is away. There's the ball inside to Fernandez. Fernandez spreads it to Cunha. Cunha's got Ahmad outside him on the right hand side. He's just let the ball run across him when he had a free running goal. He's had to turn and wait for support, and the defenders have got back now. Dalot there, and the less sold Dalot shot, or he was a bit casual, but Fernandez can put a cross in now. That's headed away by Jimenez. Menu, back to Fernandez. Casemiro to Dalot. Dalot tries to play a ball down the right hand side. Cunha manages to hold it in. Fernandez, good shot that's blocked by Christie, but Shaw's picked it up. Menu steps inside the tackle of Christie, lays it into Casemiro. He gets it to Ahmad. Dalot to the back post. How did he not score? Volleyed at the back post, and Petrovic kept it out with his feet. I thought that was bound to be an opening goal, but it wasn't. And Petrovic did well there. And now Bournemouth are coming away down the left-hand side. It's Truffert. Truffert puts his cross in, it's blocked by Casemiro. It comes to Adley though. Adley can put his cross in, and that's blocked. Just see what happened there with that. I thought that Dalot's cross was a poor one to start off with. But Bruno Fernandes, and on the goal line, Petrovic got himself across and kept it out with his foot. Close, but no cigar. Anyway, it's a corner on this near side. Scott takes it, right-footed in-swinger, headed away. Picked up on the edge of the box, chance of a shot in. It's a good shot. He caught it well, did Truffert, and it came through a few players. But Lamans was in perfect position. Makes a good catch. Dalot there was trying to get a touch on that ball with his head. If he had to do, he might have taken it past his own keeper, but thankfully he didn't. Good place by Tavernier. Ryan tries to go down the line, wins the throw. Jimenez is going to take this throw just inside the United half, but he goes all the way back. Hill gets it, spreads it to Senesi. He's got Truffert outside him if he wants to. And he gives it to Truffert, close to the touchline now. Has to step back inside and give it back to Senesi, who's given him an angle. And he goes back to Petrovic. Petrovic is going to strike it long down the right-hand side. Shaw heads it straight at Evan Nielsen, and it's a poor header that by Shaw. Tavernier gets a ball through, looking for that run in the inside right channel. It's cut out. Cunha's beaten to it by Jimenez. It's given to Scott. Back to Jimenez. Scott and Jimenez exchanging passes, going nowhere. That comes across to Senesi, just inside the United half, moving left. He's got Truffert outside him, but he decides to go for a cross again. It's right over the back of everybody. Shaw wasn't quite sure there was anybody behind him, and so he touches it out for a corner. It's Tavernier has gone across to that far side to take it. It's another left-footed in-swinger. Second shot. Scott, back to Tavernier. Back to Scott. Christie tried to play a ball through, but it's cut out by Cunha, but they've won the ball back of Bournemouth on the edge of the area. Goes back to to Jimenez. Ryan was tackled by Fernandez. Adley wasn't sure that was a throw for Manchester United, but the linesman was. Boemo crowded out of it. Goes back to Senesi. Senesi decides to go long. It's deflected high into the air. Maguire wins the header. Casemiro brings it down, but it's taken off him by Christie. And Christie can come down this inside right, turns back, tries to play a ball into Evan Nielsen. It's picked off, but Bournemouth win the ball back. And then there's a foul. Euro's penalised, maybe by looks of things. Maybe have a look at that. We're gone. Euro was on the stretch there, and did he make any contact with? Well, if he did, it was minimum that. Could do with a goal, Jim, couldn't we, in this game, no matter which side scores it, just to liven things up a bit, just to open it up. Get the feeling that both teams will be happy to go into the half-time break at 0-0 at the moment. Do you know what annoys me? It's all these players are talking to each other and they have to put their hands in front of their mouths as if we're going to lip read and as if we're really interested in what they're saying. Is it the Official Secrets Act that they're covering their mouths? Three of them are over it. Scott's going to be the one who takes it by the looks of things, unless he leaves it for Jimenez. No, Scott is not going to take it. Tavernier takes it, and Lamans makes a comfortable save at his left-hand post there. A lot of care on it, but it gave Lamans plenty of chance to just take a few steps to his left and make a comfortable catch. And Boemo now. Ball bouncing in front of him was a difficult one to control, and he couldn't manage it, and it goes all the way back to Petrovic from Hill, who then gets it back. There's a ball into the middle. Evan Nielsen lays it off to Tavernier. And Ryan on the left-hand side. Shaw is in there. Half blocks his cross, but then it's laid back out. Cunha. Casemiro is beaten to it. Goes down injured. Still on the floor is Casemiro. Bournemouth are not going to play out, but he's got back up to his feet. Evan Nielsen lays it off again, goes for the return. Tavernier can't control it. Casemiro to Fernandez to Bournemouth. He's lost control of it, but it's picked up again by Cunha. And he's running through the middle. He's just let it run away from himself, and Bournemouth can retrieve that loose ball, and Jimenez can come forward down the right again. Gives it to Ryan. Number 21, Adley, was spare in the middle. He lays out to Truffert on the left. Truffert gets a good cross in, but it's a comfortable catch at his back post, under no pressure by Lamans. The crossing from Bournemouth hasn't been the best so far. They've gained some great chances to put crosses in, but no quality on them. High in the air. Cunha's not going to make that before it bounces out. Jimenez lets it bounce out. Throw just in the Bournemouth half over on the far side. Goes all the way back to Hill, I think that is. Senesi gets the ball. Truffert is hugging the touchline if he wants it. Goes back in the middle. Coming through the middle, it's Christie, lays it out to Adley. This is crossing. He almost lost control of it. And it was a good one. Hit with a bit of pace, and at the near post, again, Lamons' handling is very good. Ahmad. Ball played forward to Mbeumo. Looks a forlorn target. There's nothing coming to him that he can hold on to. Tavernier, Ryan Jimenez. Scott plays the ball. It's a loose one. Ball came through to Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes. Cunha's with him. Fernandes takes charge of it. Gives it to Ahmad. Ahmad under a lot of pressure. Lays it back to Dalot. Dalot goes across to Menu. Lays it off to Maguire. Maguire plays it forward. Cunha battling hard for it. Managed to keep hold of it. Cunha again now has got Ahmad in support on the right, but nobody else really. He has to step back and wait for the support in the shape of Fernandes. It's all a bit slow at the moment. The ball to Cunha. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can before it goes out for the goal kick. Plays a little ball inside to Ahmad. He lays it off to Fernandes, who goes for the return. Does Ahmad? It's touched out by Jimenez. Just time for this corner, have we, before? Don't think there'll be that much added time. Great time to score for Man United just for half time, this, if they do. And you seen what Christie did there? He backheeled the ball into the back of his net just to waste a bit more time. He knew what he was doing, backheeled it into the back of his net, then walked away. And it's just added a bit more time wasted there. I guess it's Fernandes who's taken this one, right-footed. Headed away though. Edge of the box, it's Shaw. Mbeumo gets it back to Fernandes on the near side. Plays a little ball into Ahmad. Looking for a return, but he has to go back to Fernandes. Fernandes left-footed, puts a cross in. It's going to be an easy one to be headed away by Ryan. Adley picks the ball up. Ryan goes for a return from Christie. Is he going to get there before Cunha? Cunha holds him up, which is good. But he lays the ball back. It's Christie now. Senesi in the middle. Being urged to shoot by the crowd. He gets out to Truffert on this near side. Lays it back inside. Tavernier. Time's running out and the crowd know it. Don't get it in quickly, they're going to miss the chance. Senesi puts it in now. Headed into the air. Headed away by Casemiro onto the edge of the box. It's Jimenez who's beaten to it, and there goes the half-time whistle. I think if the truth is known about that first half, it wasn't the greatest of first half. There were several chances for both sides, but neither of them really had the quality to take those chances. And I think that Petrovic made a couple of good saves that kept his team in at half time. But it is 0-0, and hopefully we'll see a few goals in the second half. Let's take a look at the stats for that first half. Just get that up and just see exactly what it says. Match stats, here we go. Found it eventually. Virtually 50-50. And again, that doesn't surprise me. Expected goals isn't very good as well, and that's probably why we're 0-0. It's 0.45 for Manchester United and 0.72, 0.45 for Bournemouth, 0.72 for Manchester United. 5 shots, from Bournemouth, 11 from Manchester United, but only 3 on target from Bournemouth and only 4 from Manchester United. Touches in the opposition box, it's 18 to Manchester United, 7 to Bournemouth. So that does show that they've had sustained pressure when they have been up there in the Bournemouth box. The goalkeeping saves: 4 for Petrovic and 3 for Lamans. Be interesting to see how many shots of those were on target. Yeah, only 3 for Bournemouth and 4 for Manchester United. Yeah, I agree with you there, Jim. At times, Manchester United's build-up has been painfully slow, and they've got to move the ball faster. Ahmad, when he gets the ball, it looks like he's actually he's alert and he wants to get the ball and move it on quickly, but there's nobody there for him. So you want faster passing and movement off the ball. And at the moment, Manchester United haven't had that. And I've noticed in a few of the Manchester United games that they are like that in the first half. And they're happy probably to get to half time 0-0 and then go for it in the second half. So hopefully that is correct and we see a few goals. But I'm sure that Carrick is going to get onto them and say, look, we've got to move the ball quicker. And Man United not the only team. There's a lot of teams in this league. Liverpool are like it. Tottenham are like it. They're slow in the last third. They don't want to move the ball on quickly. And that allows teams to get their defence in position, players back behind the ball, and it cuts down the chances. The teams that move the ball quickly, like your Man Cities and your Arsenals, it just proves that they win the games and they are where they are because they do move the ball with quality. So we both expected goals. We haven't seen anything yet. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, please do become a subscriber. We do plenty of good football stuff, including plenty of Leeds games. Although saying that, Leeds game tomorrow night, I can't do it because life and work have got in my way again. So I won't be covering that game tomorrow, but I'm going to do the Liverpool game at tomorrow lunchtime. If you can join us for that, please do. It'd be great to see you supporting the channel. Just a little reminder on the screen there to become a subscriber if you're not. Hit the like button as well and the notification bell so that you won't miss any of the videos and live watch-alongs that we provide on this channel. We are growing slowly. It takes time, but we can't do it without you. Looks like the connection with the streaming service is okay now, so it looks like we're going to be okay for the second half. Fingers crossed. So, live chat is open if you want to get your thoughts in on what we should do for this second half to get some goals out of it. I don't think either of these teams are going to make any early substitutions in the second half. I think they're probably both happy to be at 0-0. Chances have been created at both sides, and it's just which of these two teams can actually take one of those chances and get their noses in front. Get your thoughts in on the chat while I just go get myself a quick cup of tea for this second half. All right. What anything? You've probably seen Manchester United more times than I have, Jim. Is that what they do? They come out slow in the second half, the first 5 or 10 minutes. Be difficult if you go behind in those first 5 or 10 minutes, won't it? Just have a look at the fixtures for tomorrow. So if you can join us tomorrow for the 12:30 kickoff between Brighton and Liverpool, be great to have you join us. Leeds United kick-off at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, but I start work at 6 o'clock, so I've had it for that one, unfortunately. But on Sunday, I'm also going to do the Newcastle and Sunderland game at 12 o'clock. That should be a good battle between the Tyne and Weir teams there. I'd like to have done the Carabao Cup on Sunday as well, but that kicks off at 4:30, and again, work gets in the way. Shouldn't be too far off. They kick off now. I still fancy the 2-1 that I suggested to Manchester United. I do think there'll be goals in this second half. Hopefully we'll get one early on so that the game should open up a little bit. Because the game is desperately crying out for a goal, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, I agree with you, Jim. I think that's the same in a lot of games. The longer it goes on, shall we say, the lesser team begin to fancy themselves, begin to fancy that they can hold on and nick a goal. And I just wonder, just looking at the league positions, if you lost this game, how would it affect you? Because you're only 4 points above Aston Villa, so you wouldn't drop below them, but everybody below you would be right on your heels. Even if Liverpool won tomorrow lunchtime, they'd be on 52. Aston Villa, if they won, would be on 54, so they'd be only a point behind you, and Chelsea could be breathing down your necks on 51, so it's getting tight up there, and if you lose, you're losing the momentum that you've got. I mean, you've won 4, drawn 1 and lost 1 of the last 6. It's good form. If you look at Aston Villa, they lost their last 3. Surely they can't carry on like that. Same as Liverpool. They've not been the best for you. Just don't know what Liverpool team's going to come out and play in these games, but Liverpool must be desperate. Must be desperate to qualify for these Champions League spots. You can't imagine Liverpool not being in the Champions League spot. Just waiting for the coverage to come back. It hasn't come back yet, but we can't be far off a resumption. Yeah, I think you need to win to keep the pressure on the teams below, force them to have to win just to keep in touch with you. Games are running out. If you can keep that 4-point gap between yourself and the ones below, there's nothing they can do about it. Manchester United are in the tunnel for the second half. Bournemouth not quite. So we go back to advertisements again. game I did the other night, it was advertisements, and I thought to me, surely they're going to go back to the game in a minute. Surely they're going to go back to the game. And they did, and they were kicking off. I thought, why did you leave it so late? Manchester United are out there because they're looking at Michael Carrick. I don't think he's made any substitutions yet. I'll just have a listen to the commentary and see what they say about it. Bournemouth are coming out. Just listening to what Andy Cole's saying, he thinks that Man United have been playing well. So we're kicking off this second half for Bournemouth, kicking from left to right, just waiting to blow his whistle. Here we go. Second half is underway. Senesi drives it long and left. Harry Maguire heads it away on the edge of his box. Cunha challenges for it. Jimenez. Cunha gets in there. Little ball down the line for Fernandes. He returns it back to Cunha. They were appealing that it was out, but it didn't look like it from me. That's well played by Fernandes and Cunha's away down the left-hand side now. Going through the middle to him. Bueno is on goal, but it's a tight angle. He has a shot, but it's a tame one. And Petrovic goes down and makes an easy catch. Good start to the game, though. Quick passing is what we called for, and that's what's happened. And on the left-hand side, there's Bournemouth, and there's Mainu sold himself. It's laid back to the edge of the box, and it's Christie whose quality is poor again. Smile on his face, but he can't be pleased with that. Just waiting for Lamans to take this. He's taking his time with this one. Here it comes now. Long into the air. Mbeumo tries to go for it. He's beaten for the header. Casemiro heads it forward. Fernandes gets it to Mbeumo, gets it back. Cunha lays out to the left. He's looking for Shaw, but Shaw had gone ahead and he put the ball behind him. And then Ryan picks the ball up, gives it to Jimenez. From Hill it goes across to Senesi. Truffert will be out there on the far side. Ahmad goes to engage him. Ball's laid inside and it's played long down the inside left channel. Evan Nilsson's going to run for it, but Lamans can collect it on the edge of his own area. Is it back yet? Can you hear? Let me know if you can hear it. No sound. Okay. Okay, we'll just have to wonder what's happened to the sound. I'll try and get that right in a minute. I don't want to unplug it, but let me know if it comes back on. Can you hear it? Don't know what's happened to the sound. Can you hear it? Is it okay now? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. I don't know what's happened to the sound. I really don't. Still none. I don't know what it is. Let me know if you hear it now. Hopefully that's sorted things out. Let me know, guys, in the chat if it's still working okay. I've got volume on the mics, but nothing's going out. I'll keep going until I get some indication of whether hopefully I can get a thumbs up from somebody who'll let me know that it's working okay. Yes. Yes, now. Great. Okay. Thanks, Jim. So we're back to a corner for Manchester United anyway. I don't know what happened to the mic there. It's playing up again today for some reason, but hopefully it's okay. Yeah, it's great. Okay, thanks. So corner deep onto the back post, headed down by Yoro, but it's just a glancing header and it goes out for a goal kick. Shaw gets in before Evan Nielsen does, trying to catch Manchester United on the break. Cunha, who's clearing up at the back. Ahmad as well. Is it Ahmad? No, it's Menu. He gets it to Dallo. And he goes back to Yoro. Yoro's going to go all the way back to Lamans. Lamans plays it over the head of Cunha, looking for the run of Ahmad, but he's not going to get that. It goes all the way back to Petrovic. Now it's Hill. Hill gives it to Senesi. Moves it out to the left-hand side, just short of the halfway line on the far side. Truffert plays it inside to Christie. And he moves down the left, crosses the halfway line, tries to get the ball into Christie, who had made a run forward, but he's hit it too far in front of him and it goes out for a throw. It's taken quickly, but Casemiro's caught in possession. And then the ball goes through to Yoro, drives it long. Senesi beats Mbuemo to the header. Menu can't win the header as well. Evan Nielsen now on the left-hand side. Appeal for offside, but it's not given. Yoro puts the ball out for a throw. A few substitutes warming up. Throw goes back to Truffert. He goes back to Senesi on the halfway line. He squares it to Hill, just right of the centre circle. He gives it to Jimenez. It was a ball that was a bit fired at him and forced him to go back, but he's ran past Cunha. Christie lays it out to the left. Truffert now got a bit of space to give it out. Sadly now he's coming to the edge of the box, flicks it inside for Christie. Back heel there. It's well covered by Umbuemo, but it's come out to Jimenez and he tries to curl one, but didn't trouble Lamans at all. It's another tame effort, if the truth was known. Getting into a few good positions, Bournemouth, but the final effort on goal is poor. He had no pace in that and he was about 5 yards wide. Lamans with the goal kick over the head of Fernandez. Casemiro trying to bring it down and shield it. Surrounded by Bournemouth players to take it off him. It's inside to Christie now. He lays it inside. Tavernier down the left. Adley crosses poorly, very poorly. I don't know how these professional players can get these crosses so badly wrong. I mean, that was 20 yards over the bar and so deep that no one was ever going to reach it if it had been a bit lower. Yeah, I think something needs changing, Jim. I think we need a sub. Both teams do. Because the pattern of this game is probably the same as it was in the first half. And we're going to run out of 0-0 unless one of the managers changes something quickly. Lamans high into the air. Over the head of Casemiro. Maguire high into the air and Buemo's underneath it. Is beaten to it by Jimenez. Ryan. It's Evan Nielsen going forward. He's got Ryan in support. He plays a little ball inside, but it's picked off by Fernandez. But then Ryan picks it up again. And Ryan's beaten to it. Casemiro gets his foot in there. Cunha. Back to Cunha. Down the left-hand side for Fernandez. Can he make it? No, he can't. And that was Hill who got in there. And he got the throw as well, did he? Goes all the way back to Petrovic. Controls it on his left. Volleys it away. Helps back in by Casemiro. Senesi. Brought down by Cunha. Given to Menu. Back into Cunha. Looking for an outball, so he has to go backwards to Yoro. Yoro goes to Dallo. He steps inside and comes away down the right-hand side. Need an injection of pace. Ahmad steps on the ball and goes back inside. Casemiro. Back to Maguire. Maguire gives it to Shaw. He slips it out to the left. It's Cunha now. Shaw's going to make a run down the outside, as he no. Cunha gets his cross in. And Buemo couldn't make it, and neither could Ahmad at the back post. Evan Nielsen, nice little bit of skill or drag back there. Plays it inside. Adley. Good pass in there from Bournemouth. Got it away to Scott on the right-hand side. Now it's come to Ryan. He's got a chance to attack this inside right channel. He plays a ball in there. And Tavernier just didn't commit himself again. A little chipped shot hit Lamans and went out, and he was offside anyway. But finish it first. Show some commitment. Finish the ball. You know, hit it like you mean it, and then worry about whether you're offside or not. Half a yard offside, but his finish was weak and pathetic. Stick your foot through it, put it in the back of the net, then worry whether you're onside or not. It's just a lack of commitment in some of these players. I don't understand it. Brought down by Cunha. Jimenez chasing him on the edge of the box. He steps inside. He's pulled back. That's a penalty. It's got to be. And it is a penalty. And what was Jimenez thinking there? Absolutely ridiculous. Why did he do that? I just can't figure that one out. He let him come inside. But was that Hill there? He had a lot to do, did Cunha there, and Jimenez pulled him back and has made it easy for Manchester United here. That just didn't make sense at all. But it's going to be Bruno Fernandes with this penalty. The referee just getting some of these Bournemouth players out the box because, again, it's a bit of gamesmanship and they're slowing the game down, giving Fernandes a bit of time to think about what he's going to do. But he's too experienced, is Fernandes. He's not going to fall for this crap. Couple of steps back, takes a deep breath, concentration on his face, not looking anywhere but at the ball. From the edge of the box, takes a step to the left, 2, 3 steps to the left, hesitates, and then he lets the keeper commit himself to the left, hits it to his right, and Manchester United take the lead, and Fernandes, coolness personified, slides it in calmly. Yeah, straight in front of the ref. I mean, we haven't seen the full version of this, but I'm sure that Cunha went through those two players and was pulled back by Jimenez. But I'm sure there was another player, another Bournemouth defender, straight in front of Cunha. So he had a lot to do there. So I couldn't understand what he was thinking of. But that's a cool penalty by Fernandes there. He let Petrovic commit himself to his left and then slid it the opposite side. Game needed a goal and it's got one. Bournemouth are going to come come out and play a bit of football, and it may just open this game up a bit now. Shaw heads the ball away at the edge of the box, brought down on the chest by Cunha, inside to Fernandes, to Menu. Casemiro played it out to the left to Cunha. Menu's picked the loose ball up. He plays the ball inside to Fernandes. He tries to slide Mbeumo in, but I think it was Senesi who got in there. He laid it back to Petrovic, and he's hit it high into the Manchester United half, where Maguire makes it with a header that's out on the left-hand side for a throw, which Jimenez takes. Volleyed forward. Maguire helps it on. Euro. Dalot under pressure, does well. Casemiro, good play. Menu's pass is blocked, but it's going to be picked up by Luke Shaw. He just chips it down the line for Fernandes. Lets it run for Cunha. Menu now. Fernandes again, seeing the ball on this near side. Plays a little ball inside for Menu. Gives it to Cunha now. Plays it back inside to Fernandes. Fernandes seeing a lot of the ball now. He spreads it wide to the far side. Ahmad brings it down. He's got two players around him, so he lays it back. Casemiro hits it high into the air. Fernandes, so Cunha wins the header, but he's into the back of the defender, and the referee gives the free kick. Ahmad gives it to Casemiro. Fernandes back inside. Fernandez goes to the right-hand side to Dallo. Dallo squares it to Maguire. Menu injects a bit of pace, gets it inside to Cunha. It's well defended by Jimenez, but he knows what he's done. He's still hanging his head thinking about that penalty he gave away there. Conceded a corner. Manchester United just exerting a little bit of pressure now. They've got their tails up now that they've taken the lead, and why not? If they get another goal, this game will be over and done with. Fernandez from this near side, going to take the right-footed in-swinger. Takes a deep breath, right arm in the air. Second short, laid back to Fernandez. On the edge of the box now, he lays it into Cunha. Comes out to Shaw, then to Mbeumo. He chips one into the box. It's headed high into the air. And Petrovic manages to catch it near his back post, and there was a big appeal for a corner, but referee's having none of it, and now they're coming away down the left-hand side with Scott. It's Truffert, under pressure from Mbeumo, gets the throw. Truffert goes all the way back, though. Into the middle is Christie. Back to Truffert. Senesi. Scott on the halfway line in the centre circle. He just squares it right to Hill and to Jimenez. And it's slow by Bournemouth. It's side to side, backwards and forwards without really making any significant ground. And they've got to quicken it up. They've got a better movement off the ball. Senesi plays it in. Christie has lost the ball. Menu quick into Fernandez. Fernandez helps it on its way. Ahmad's going to make that down the right-hand side. He's on the edge of the penalty box now. Into the box, onto his left foot. He's brought down, is he? Truffert had hands on him. The referee said nothing. He had a long look at it. I guess VAR will as well, but you know how rubbish VAR are when it comes to penalties like that. Fernandez is really dictating the play in midfield now for Manchester United. That was a great ball for Ahmad. I guess VAR have done their checks and they've had a look, and they're on the edge of the box now at Bournemouth. Christie, and he scored as well from the edge of the box. He's passed it into the far corner, past the diving Lamans to his left. And we never saw that happening. We never saw that coming at all. And the VAR still looking at that penalty, so this goal might not count. We don't know yet. At the moment, it's 1-1, but just, well, it's certainly pushed him over there. I don't know. Are they checking an offside as well? Evan Nielsen. No, he's back on side. Oh, it must have been the accuracy that beat Lamans, because there wasn't the pace from the shot. Right, so the penalty hasn't been given, so the goal stands then, and there's a big cheer from the Bournemouth crowd. And it is 1-1. It could easily have been a penalty, that, but I just don't think that the VAR have got the balls to give those. especially after when Bournemouth went down the other end and equalised. Can you imagine the criticism they would have got if they'd given that penalty and disallowed Bournemouth's goal? They haven't got the gonads to do it. And Buemo now almost came through. Scott clears it. Shaw gets his header in. And away down the left-hand side now. Adley. Still looking for his cross. Hits Maguire. Cleared away. Dallo plays it long and left. Looking for Cunha. Brings it on his chest. But Jimenez nips in front of him and wins the ball back. Clears it down the line, but it's going to be picked up by Fernandez, and he can come away and give it back to Cunha again, who he can take on Jimenez again. Into the box he goes. Jimenez gets his foot in, and it goes out for a corner. That's certainly opened the game up as that now, with 20 minutes to go. Both of these teams will fancy winning it now. It's like Šeško's going to come on. Super sub. And then Buemo's going to go off. And Brian Buemo has not had anything to feed off today. He's been up there all on his own. He's had balls fired at him or over his head. And it's not been his game. He needs more support up front. So Šeško's on for this corner. Bruno Fernandes with a right-footed in-swinger again, and it comes to the back post. It's flicked in the back of the net, and Maguire has scored. It was right at the back post. How many times have we seen Manchester United do this one? And Bournemouth just didn't learn, and Maguire had a free header at the back post, and he's put Manchester United back in front. I don't know who let him run. Hill was holding his face there and shaking his head. It's a big, deep, in-swinging cross to the back post. I see a better angle from it here now. It might have even gone in off Hill. It might have even been an on goal. Yeah, it's an own goal off Hill. It's not a Maguire goal. Own goal. Mass changes for Bournemouth now. Brooks comes on. Jimenez has gone off. Smith is coming on. We'll get confirmation of the substitutions when it comes on the screen. And that's Krupi who's coming on as well. So Christie was taken off. The goal scorer has gone off. So Adley, Jimenez and Christie have gone off, and Krupi, Smith and Brooks are on. Bournemouth kick off after that goal. Goes long. Ryan, Evan Neeson gets it back. Ryan tries to get the ball down the line. Can't manage it. Ryan lays it back to Senesi. Plays a little ball inside. Tavernier gets out to the left. Brooks, the substitution, gets his first touch. Senesi now tries to play a ball along the ground inside. It's got the ball back again, did Senesi, from the edge of the box. It was a difficult one to hit. It was knee high, and he's fired that over. Played a 1-2 between himself and Dallo, got the rebound back, and he's fired it over the bar. Just over 15 minutes left for Bournemouth to get a second equaliser. Can they do it? Lamans drives the goal kick long, high into the air. Headed back by Casemiro. Šeško's chasing it. Hill lays it out to the right-hand side. Comes out to the number 16 Tavernier. Scott plays it long and left. Brooks. Krupi can't make it. Throw goes out, and it's been given Bournemouth's way, taken quickly. Scott now into the centre circle. It's Hill. Laid out by Tavernier to the right-hand side. Goes for the return ball. Left-footed, moves it across to the left-hand side. Senesi again. Plays a little ball inside to Krupi. It fans its way back to Senesi. Back into Scott. Oh, what a shot! And what happened there? It hit the crossbar, and I think it hit Lamans as he was diving to the left. And luckily it's hit him on the back and gone out for a corner. But he hit it like an absolute bullet. Wow, what a shot. It hit the crossbar, and there's Lamans dived across, hit him on the back, and luckily it went out for a corner. But what a shot. Corner to be taken by Tavernier. He swings it into left, and it's an easy catch on his 6-yard box for Lamans. Bit of luck for United there. Oh, he's so lucky for Lamans. It was a cracking shot. You're right, Jim. There's no backlift, was there? I didn't expect that. I thought it might have been a curling shot, but it went like a rocket. Casemiro's caught in possession. Bournemouth can hit him on the break. Euros held the play up a bit, but it's Ryan now on the edge of the box on the left-hand side. Only tried to get on his left foot, but the shot is blocked by Shaw. The rebound will be eventually picked up by Hill. Given into Tavernier. Goes out left. Ahmad's in there trying to disrupt the play, but Senesi steps inside him. Goes out to the left again. Trufe goes for the return and gets the return. Krupi now. He has a shot from a long way out. That's blocked by Menu. Scott gets out to the left-hand side. Trufe can't do anything about it. Fernandez now. Casemiro lays it forward. Šeško can't get anywhere near that one. Laid inside. Tavernier gets the ball back into the middle. Evan Nielsen lays it through. It's gone down. That must be a penalty, is it? It is going to be a penalty. And a red card for Maguire. And I think that is probably just about right, because Evan Nielsen was in there, the shot on goal, and it did look like Maguire just pushed him over. He's complaining about it, but the referee's not going to change his mind unless VAR has a look at it, because VAR can intervene in red cards, but can't intervene in yellow cards. So if it had been a second yellow, he couldn't have done anything about it. Now, Bruno Fernandes is pleading his case. As the captain, I suppose he can. But as we've seen before, with that penalty earlier on, The VAR are not going to overturn this. It's good ball inside. Let's see what he did. Did Maguire? Well, it did put his hand on him, but Evan Nielsen's gone down so easy. Yeah, Evan Nielsen's going to get that. But he went down easily. I mean, Evan Nielsen was in on goal. Why didn't he take the shot? He's risking it, the penalty not being given by not taking the shot. But he's got Maguire sent off. I think that was weak, was that, by the referee and the VAR. There wasn't much in that. We've seen worse than that. That was the same as when Ahmad was bundled over earlier before Bournemouth equalised. Exactly the same, and yet that's a penalty and the other one wasn't. And that's where VAR is so pathetic. And Krupi's going to take this. A substitute who's come on is going to take this one. A straight run up at the moment. Is he going to take a couple of steps to his left or right? I don't know. A couple of deep breaths. Steps to his left on his right foot. Quick step, and then he sends Lammonsley to the left and he puts it into the right, much like Fernandez did. And then we're back at 2-2. And I've got to say, that was no more a penalty than Ahmad's was earlier on. So where's the justice in that? If VAR looked at Ahmad's and decided it wasn't a penalty, there wasn't enough contact, why did they not look at that one and see that Maguire's was exactly the same? There wasn't much contact at all, and Evan Nielsen threw himself down. And I don't understand it, and I never will. And I think that VAR in the summer needs to take a long look at itself because it's been poor this year. Substitutes for Manchester United. It's like Cunha maybe going off. Yeah, Maguire should have never touched him. He gave Evan Nielsen the chance to throw himself on the floor, didn't he? But I think that's what it was. I think he threw himself on the floor. I think he bought the penalty and got Maguire sent off. So Casemiro and Cunha go off and Ugarte and Heaven come on. 2-2 and Manchester United down to 10 men with 8 minutes to go. There will be a bit of added time, I would imagine. Goes all the way back to Lammens. He hits it long. Cunha's up, gets the flick on. Down the way, down the left-hand side. Brooks holds it up, waits for support, plays one into the box, but it's too far ahead of Krupi. So what they're saying is that Manchester United, Maguire he'll miss a month because of his one-match ban and the international break. He won't be playing against Leeds United in the next home game. That's in 23 days' time, so he's going to miss a month. Sesko's chasing the ball down, but it's all the way back to Petrovic. One bounce into his arms, he underarms it and rolls it out to the left-hand side. That must be Senesi coming forward. Rolls it back. Scott plays out to the right to Hill. Tavernier now. Goes back to Senesi coming forward. Tavernier. Yeah, you'd think that Bournemouth now would want to move the ball about and stretch Man United, having a player more now. But they're still slow with the passing. It's in and out, into it. There's no direction to it. Hill has it now. Tries to play a ball through the middle. Ryan goes down in the box. No appeals there. Menu now. He's having to go back to Shaw. Shaw plays a little ball inside to Sesko. He lays it off. Ugarte now. He's given the ball away. Ryan plays it into the middle. Tavernier couldn't control it, but Scott's coming away with it down the left-hand side. Brooks, left-footed corner, cross into the box, laid to the edge of the box, but Ugarte is going to come away with it. Coming down the middle, waiting for support. There's a long run forward by Sesko. He didn't get it. Fernandez lays it back to Ugarte. It's not got any support. Just having to wait for Fernandez to come. Fernandez still working hard for it. Smith is there. Into the middle. There's gaps in this Manchester United defence now that they're a man down the left-hand side. Brooks has a shot. Hits Yoro. Chip down the line. Foul there on Casemiro holding his left leg. It's Krupi. Saraya goes off and Doak, the former Liverpool player, comes on. Ben Gannon Doak. He comes on. Hasn't seen much of him this year. Over the head of Sesko, all the way through to Petrovic. On the right-hand side now, with Smith coming forward. Has to check back inside. Bruno Fernandes not happy about something holding his arms up. Scott lays out to the left. It's Truffert. Gets it back, there's Truffert. Senesi now. Tavernier in the middle. Still doesn't know which way to go. Spreads out to the right-hand side. It's Gannon Doak now. Lays it back to Smith. And back to the halfway line. Hill to Senesi. Chips the ball forward. Evan Nielsen brings it down. Can he keep it in? He can do. Evan went across with him. Led the ball back into Scott and then back to Truffert. Back to Senesi. Across to Hill. Hill to the right-hand side. Gannon Doak again. Going for the byline. Cuts back inside. Has the ball taken off him by Fernandes. Fernandes' cross wasn't the... clearance wasn't the best. Right into the middle of his own... edge of his own box. Still penned in on Manchester United. Right next to the left-hand corner flag. Check forward for Sesko. But he's been hounded by Menu. Hill gets the ball back though. Bournemouth putting the pressure on. It's Scott now with a couple of minutes to go. Truffair makes the run to the back post. Ben Doak exit back. Heaven hooks it away. Yeah, United are giving Bournemouth a lot more space now. They're dropping deep, aren't they? And allowing Bournemouth to come forward pretty easily. Šeško, Fernandez heads it keelers it forward. Ahmad beaten to it. Truffair coming away down the left, lays the ball inside. Krupi. Tavernier. Truffair gets a crossing, it's a poor one that Lamans can easily claim at his near post. He had to go across the 6-yard box there, Truffair. That's another lack of quality from some of the crossing of Bournemouth tonight. High into the air, Šeško's beaten to it fairly comfortably. But Doak can't keep it in. It's 9 minutes of added time. And the Bournemouth crowd are happy with that. They sense there's maybe a winner here for Bournemouth. Yeah, I wasn't expecting 9 minutes of added time either. I thought maybe 5. I can't think where 9's come from, to be truthful. There's been no long VAR checks or anything like that, but it is what it is. Coming ahead again, Bournemouth down the left-hand side. Chips inside for Krupi. He tries to backheel it back, but Heaven comes away with it. Oh, we almost laid it back into the path of Evan Nielsen, but it's headed away again. Picked up by Tavernier. He's going to come down left-hand side, puts his cross in. It's going to be an easy catch for Lamans on his 6-yard box. That's not much quality in that again. Must have been an offside there because the referee's blown for a free kick. I have no idea where that came from, Jim. I'm as baffled as you are. I thought maybe 4 or 5, but 9, I just don't know about that one. Tavernier tries to get Ben Gannon Doak down the left-hand side, but Shaw's in there. Heaven lays it back into the middle. Mainu now. Almost brought down, is brought down. Referee did try to play a bit of advantage, but there was none of it. And there's a yellow card for delaying the restart of the game. Smith. There's plenty of time to go. Even Man United could get a winner here, but they're not in any rush. Fernandez is beaten to it, and Ben Gannon Doak comes away nicely taken off him by Shaw. Gives it to Fernandez. Shaw's made his run down the outside, and he gives it to Shaw. Gets his cross in, but it's blocked, and it's nicely blocked by Hill. It actually goes out for a throw rather than the corner. Taken quickly, given to Fernandez. Fernandez gives it back to Shaw. It's too far in front of him. There's a loud cheer from the crowd as it rolls out for a throw. It's a misplaced pass by Fernandez. There's not many of them during this game, but that was one then. Tavernier plays it into Evan Nielsen. He lays it out to the left, looking for Truffair. Brooks now, who's further forward. He lays it inside to Scott. Goes back to Brooks. Brooks puts his cross in. Evan Nielsen's up there, heads it but it's not one that he could really reach. It was a bit high for him, and he's headed it over the bar. Just about 4 minutes of this added time gone, still 5 to go. Will there be one more chance, one more decent chance for either of these two teams to win it? Shesko goes up, gets the flick on, but there's no one running beyond him, and Hill picks the ball up, plays it forward. Brooks plays it inside. Kruppe tries to lay it back to Brooks. Heaven gets the ball. Dallow chips it forward. Shesko gives someone a elbow in the face there. Sinesi goes down, but he's got up and not made much of it, but Shesko gets a yellow card anyway. He took a look at his man. It's not an elbow in the face, it was just a shoulder in the chest, but he knew what he was doing and deserved the yellow card. Doak has the ball now. Plays the little ball inside. Savvy in the ear. And there's a free kick given there. It was Fernandez who went down there. Gadden Doak must have ran into him and done something. Mason Mount about to come on. He's not got much time to influence this game, but you never know. So Ahmad goes off and Mason Mount comes on for 3.5 minutes. Free kick's taken long. Shesko wins the header. Sinesi wins the second header. Brought down by Shaw. He's fouled by Gannon Doak, is he? Yes, he is. The free kick's given. Chance for Manchester United to get one into the box now. They're not far out. Over to this left-hand side, this near side. Bruno Fernandes is over it. Chipped into the box. Mason Mount stumbling his way. Manages to save the ball before it went out for a goal kick. Bruno Fernandes with a shot. Hits the defender in the face by the looks of it. He's gone down injured and the referee's going to stop it when Man United are in ascendancy here. Never used to see these before where people used to head the ball and go down like they've been hit by a sniper. But they seem to now. Mainly, I think, because they know that if they go down feigning a head injury, the referee's going to stop the game. Or maybe I'm just being too cynical. It hasn't been a game full of quality. That's certainly been the case, but the second half has had excitement, if nothing else. Plenty of incidents. Nothing wrong with him. It's going to be a drop ball. How is the referee going to get this back to Manchester United? Sinesi chips the ball forward. Kruppe manages to keep it in, gets it to Truffert, goes back to Sinesi again. He squares it to Hill. Hill goes back to Senesi. Down the line. Inside. Helped on by Menu. Evan Nielsen picks the loose ball up. Gives it to Krupi. Krupi is fouled, is he, by Ugarte? The referee says yes. Hand in the air for this free kick. Right-footed in-swinger by the looks of things. Time is up, so could be the last chance. Why didn't they sling it in? I just don't know. Ben Doak has the ball now. Chipped in by Senesi. And there's going to be a corner, but is there going to be time to take it? We've already had the 99 minutes. A minute over was. I don't know why they didn't put that free kick in to start with. Just sling it in there. They knew the time was running out. Scott's going to take this one. Right-footed in-swinger from the left-hand side. It must be the last chance. Can Bournemouth sneak it at the end when they haven't really deserved to? And it comes near post one. It's cleared away. Euro back to Scott. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. And that's probably the end of the game. And it is the end of the game. And we have a draw. Like I said, not much quality there, neither in the first half or the second half. But the second half had excitement. That's one thing for sure. Excitement, sending off penalties, and 4 goals. We couldn't ask for any more than that. And for Manchester United, a point's better than nothing. It still keeps a bit of a gap between themselves and the teams below them, with games running out. Let's take a look at what it actually does for the Premier League table. Don't know whether that's the updated game. I'll just refresh that, see if that is updated. Yeah, Manchester United 4 points above Aston Villa now. So if Aston Villa do win this weekend, they still don't overtake Manchester United. So it's all in their own hands there. Liverpool a further 6 points behind. So it's all in Manchester United hands. A point is better than nothing. There's no doubt about that. Still looking good for a Champions League spot. 3rd spot after what happened early on in the season is not a bad turnaround of the season for Manchester United. Yeah, a very scrappy game, Jim, but sometimes you get those games at this time of the year, don't you? There's no doubt about that. So thanks to everyone who's watched again today. I do appreciate it. Before you go, before you leave, just hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Thanks to Jim, who's been very active in the chat again as usual. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, Jim, for the midday game. But to everyone who's watched and is watching still, enjoy the rest of your day. What's left of it anyway. We'll see you tomorrow for the midday game, and don't forget the Tyne and Weir derby on Sunday.